Yeah, good afternoon, guys. That was a hard game to watch. I didn't have a whole lot of hope that the Browns were going to go into Baltimore and win a game. Being 11.5 point underdogs, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I felt a little encouraged after the Week 1 loss to Cincinnati and a game that the Browns frankly should have won. But no point in this game did I feel like we even had a chance. Joe Flacco really showed his age. I was hoping, maybe he'd have a bit of a homecoming, play a little bit better than what he did, being back in Baltimore, feeling a little hyped and excited to get back at his former team that replaced him. But he did not look good today. He was 25 for 45, under 200 yards, touchdown through the terrible pick to Nate Wiggins, and he fumbled, which was recovered by Roquan Smith for 63 yards and a touchdown. Just a terrible performance. I thought Quinshon Judkins looked good in his first game with the brown and orange, 10 carries for 61 yards. So that was a bright spot, but other than that, man, the offense, something's gotta be fixed, and I don't know how you fix it. Quite frankly, I think the Browns need to move on from Joe Flacco. If they don't this coming week, it needs to be after this week because the season feels like it's gonna be over. So you might as well give the rookie some burn. Dylan Gabriel came in for a drive and quite frankly looked really good, threw a nice touchdown to Dylan Sampson, which is both of their first career touchdowns, Sampson and Gabriel, so congratulations to them. But I'm coming out of this game feeling very let down and frustrated because I've been a Browns fan my whole life, and only 2 seasons in my life have they actually been competitive, and it feels like this is another season down the drain very early. I thought the defense played very well, obviously. Defense is not a concern for this team. It just gets to a point where, the offense isn't scoring points, so why should the defense feel motivated to keep trying? Myles Garrett's the best player in the league. That's quite obvious. Don't let anybody tell you that he's not at least the best defensive player in the league. He's an unstoppable force that no team can stop. But yeah, man. And I feel like it's just going to get worse from here. You got Green Bay next week. I mean, they're 7.5 point underdogs. The Browns are at home against the Packers. And then you got the Lions traveling to Detroit, and then the Vikings in London. And then the Steelers. I mean, you're looking at possibly 0-6 before maybe you get your first win against the Dolphins in late October. But things need to change. I don't want to call for people to be fired because I think Stefanski's been the best coach, at least of my lifetime for the Browns. But these past few years have not looked good, and things need to change. So overall, I would say this game probably one of the worst Browns games I've watched in a while. And yeah, man, I hope that they're able to turn this ship around. It doesn't feel like that's going to happen. I have a feeling they're going to be picking top of the draft, especially with their extremely hard schedule coming up. Just very discouraging. I have really not many positives to say about this game. I will say that Martin Emerson is deeply missed on that defense, playing in the slot. So that needs to be addressed if the Browns want to contend this year, like at all. They need to go out and maybe get another corner. But yeah, other than that, sorry that you guys had to sit through and watch that game. I know I am. Hopefully things get better. So that's it for me. Go Browns. Hopefully the season turns around.